Hey everybody, it's Booster Pack Reveal. In this video, I'll be discussing why prices are moving fast with NBA Top Shot. Before I continue, I just want to remind everyone that this is not financial advice. Please do your own research and invest at your own risk. Alright, so to start things off, I just want to introduce myself. I go by the name of Early Adopter on the NBA Top Shot. That's my username. That's the same username I'm using on the Discord channel. You guys can find me mostly in the NBA Top Shot Discord under Marketplace chat. So that's where I'm hanging out. If you guys see me on the chat, feel free to say hi or just give me send me a DM in case you want to discuss anything. I'm open to answering people before there's more demand in terms of like people contacting me. So now is probably the great time to have a discussion before more people that just watch my videos and try to get in contact with me. So this is probably the best time in case I get more followers in the future. Alright, so let's start off with my slide here. So the question is, why are prices moving up so fast? So the reason why I want to make this video is just because I've been just observing people talk on the marketplace channel, and a lot of them are asking, are prices going to drop? When are we going to see a market correction? Are these price movement healthy? And yeah, it's just these are all valid questions, especially if you're new to the space. We've been seeing prices move up so fast, especially in the last couple of days. It seems very unsustainable, but there's also some reasons for that as well, right? So let's try to analyze why prices have been moving fast and can this keep up with going forward. And let's just go right ahead and get into it. So this is the first time in a long time where we are seeing a natural free market. So we've experienced the stock market, we've experienced the crypto market, and in the last couple of weeks we've experienced something called market manipulation. If you guys weren't aware about the whole AMC GameStop stock issue, where there were people that stopped people from buying certain stocks, and just basically manipulating it, right? And that's just wrong, right? Like you can't stop people from doing what they want to do. Like that's not a free market, right? So now that we've seen NBA Top Shot market playing out, it seems like everyone has the ability to buy what they want and sell what they want, right? Obviously there's gonna be times where the market goes into maintenance, and that will stop people from buying, but that's because they're figuring certain issues out. We're still in open beta, and that's it's not like that Top Shot blocks people from selling and only allows people to buy, right? That seems unfair, right? So it's only fair that the market allows you to buy and sell at the same time. All right, so in addition to that, this is the first time that NFTs are becoming mainstream. So everything in this space is relatively new. We've never experienced something like this before in history. So it's just a matter of us adapting and just seeing how this entire market is going to play out. We don't know how much of a external factor or related factor of stocks can be applied to this scenario, but just based on my experience, there's a lot of similarities. I just don't know how it works, where it's all based on supply and demand, versus like stocks where you can short a stock or you can buy options and stuff like that. And and then also stocks, you can buy a large amount of of shares all at the same time. But unfortunately, with Top Shot, you are limited to you're limited to one transaction at a time, which is great, right? This allows people to not take advantage over the system like that. So this is an example why it's a free market, right? You have to manually purchase certain things, and it's not like someone can just buy up everything at the same time, right? So that's like unfair. So yeah, that's one of those main differences between the stock market and then you have the NFT market. All right. So price rise is a good sign of growth in the Top Shot economy. So this is definitely a good sign. Like, you don't want to see prices go down because that shows that there's not enough demand, right? So we're in like a bull market. Everything is brand new. Everyone's just figuring things out at the moment. So yeah, this is a really good sign when prices are just rising really quick like this. So yeah, there are more buyers than sellers. The way we can figure this out is there's this website called CryptoSlam.io. So if you go to let's go to the homepage in case you guys don't know how to navigate through this website. So I'm just going to click on the homepage. So on the homepage, you'll see a whole bunch of NFT projects, and then you can see the rankings of the highest sales. And yeah, you can see that Top Shot is number one right now. And I foresee this still being number one for a long time, just because it's the most mainstream adopted project. So after we click on that, we can see the NBA Top Shot stats in the top here. This is a really good resource just to get an idea of what the trend is like, how many sales there are in that certain day. You can see certain days that are lower or certain days are higher. So you try to tie in all those clues together. But right here, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for today's market buyers versus today's market sellers. So obviously, there's a huge gap between the buyers and sellers. So there's more buyers than sellers, which means more people are buying, obviously, than selling. So this is a good sign for prices to keep going up. And if we look at this trend, you can see how it picked up from like 5,000, 7,000. It's just gradually going up in a slope. So as long as we don't see like something unhealthy where it goes like 5,000 one day and then it goes to 50,000 the next day, that's not usually a good sign in terms of organic growth, right? So we're seeing organic growth with each day going by with an increase of new buyers and sellers. So if you look here, there was a point where we had certain dips in the seller market, which means that people are not listing as much at one point, and it dipped below the average. So there's nothing wrong with that. That's just part of like situations where like certain supplies out there are not available. Like, for example, if there was a new pack release, there will be an increase of sellers. So you can see the chart change with that. Okay, so let's go back to my slide here. Yeah, so there's basically more demand. There's more demand over supply. That's what we're seeing. Lower listings will increase the floor level prices faster. So now you guys are wondering, why are certain players moving so much faster than others, right? So if we go to the this homepage here, I had it pre-filter right now. I'll just do a quick refresh, just make sure the prices are up to date. So as we can see, this is series 2 under commons. I sorted it out by descending, so the highest price first. And let's take a look at each player. We noticed that like Luka is at 171 listings, LaMelo is at 194, and then you got LeBron James at 402. So obviously, the lower the listings, the higher their price will go, just because there's more. I would say the floor level is easier to buy up on these ones, because there's going to be like a large gap. I can't really show you guys on this because I don't have that feature where my screen records the pop-up window when you click on other listings. But in general, like anything that has a higher listing will take longer to will take longer for the price to move higher. So like for example, Zion, there's 697 listings for this 15,000 LE. Like it's actually taking a little bit longer for prices to move up, especially with it's just basically like the higher the listings, the longer it takes to buy up all the floor levels. So some people might list like 10 people might be listing at 725, so it's going to take 10 people to buy up all that floor level for the price to move to the next level, right? Whereas like Luca, if the next floor level is like 10,500, right? It would take maybe one or two buyers to buy this floor level for the price to move. So the higher the price, the longer it takes for the price to move up, because you need a buyer with deep pockets to clear that floor. So let's move on. Inflation in the world affects the perception of value. So we've just been seeing a lot of things increasing in price, whether it's products at their grocery stores, the cost of cost of real estate. We can see the price rising just because there's inflation in the market. There's more money printing. The dollar is devaluing your purchasing power. So there's definitely a relation to different assets, including digital assets like Top Shot NFTs, right? So I just thought I'd bring that up. Okay, here's the next slide. So as you can see, I've used this chart many times, but I find that it's really important to look at it every single time and see how that correlates with what we're talking about. So we are currently in Series 2 right now. So this is 2021. So between last year and right now and this year, we have the availability of Series 1 and 2 to purchase. And a lot of you guys right now who are in Top Shot, you guys are considered early adopters. We're going to start seeing the majority people move to Top Shot in 2022. So we're just at the bottom of the cycle here, and we're slowly, gradually moving up as more users join the space. So obviously, the earlier you are, the more you'll benefit from more users joining the space. It's just like anything in life in general, right? If you get into real estate years ahead of people, you have the advantage of having your real estate property move up higher than what you paid for, right? Before the next person. Or let's say in Bitcoin, if you bought Bitcoin in 2011 compared to someone who bought it in 2021, you have the advantage because you got in early. So basically, getting in early will give you a huge advantage of your appreciation of your moments. So the more people that join the space, the more money they bring in, and that raises your entire portfolio up as more people join with new money. So I would actually be more worried about the NFT market as soon as we start seeing a plateau, or I guess you can say a top. This is where I would be concerned about too many people into the space, and if there's too many supplies by then, let's say that we're in Series 3 and 4, Top Shot could possibly be minting like 100,000 minimum moments for CCs. And they just need to keep up with demand, basically, right? They're not going to have 25,000 limited edition for, let's say, like in Series 3 in 2022 for members of for the number of members amount of, like, let's say 500,000 or 1 million users by then, right? So obviously they need to have the proper ratio of the amount of moments available to the amount of users in the space. All right, so I'm just gonna go to the next slide here. Price discovery. So the movement of price is also part of price discovery. If people don't know what price discovery is, it's just basically what it really means there, right? Just you're discovering the price. Because when we have something new to the market, nobody knows what the true value is. But if you have a small group of people, let's say 10 people, obviously there's going to be a lot of debate between what prices should be really at. But then when you add more people to the space, like you add like 100,000, they can easily help you identify what a fair value should be, because it's just a higher consensus. So yeah, like prices are usually volatile in the early days because there's more supply in ratio to users. So that's what we experienced around early January to before February in that month. There weren't too many users at the time before it blew up, but yeah, there was generally more supply than the amount of users that time. And during that time, there were more sellers than buyers. So if you remember that CryptoSlam website, there was a point where there were more sellers than buyers, and that's usually when you see a lot of sales going on, and there's not enough demand during that time, so obviously the price will correct, right? Like I said before, the more users who join Top Shot, the better the consensus of fair value. So it's not up to certain or specific people to determine that. It's up to the entire Top Shot community to decide what prices should be at. And in addition to that, it's just it's more of a natural, organic way of determining fair value. So here's another example. Like back in January, there weren't too many people buying at that time, and during that time, it only took like, let's say, a group of like 20 people to buy up floor levels to create an artificial demand. And that's what exactly happened, right? To create that bubble where we actually moved up really quick, just because there was this false perception that prices were supposed to be as high as should be in such a short period of time. And that was easily influenced by a small group of people that bought the floor levels to push it up, right? So that's called market manipulation, right? But now that we're seeing more users in the space, it's harder to manipulate that type of price movement. And it doesn't make any sense for people in the market chat to try pump things, because there are so many people that are gonna buy regardless of what you say, right? It's not you're not gonna make a difference. So I wouldn't even bother, like shilling certain moments and stuff. So I just thought I'd bring that up. Scarcity in price is relative to the limited edition of total mints. So that's just basically what it is, right? Like if this lower the limited edition amounts, the prices will be a lot higher than the other moments that are higher in counts, right? Okay. Next slide. Understanding market caps in Top Shot. So this is interesting. I don't think anyone has talked about this, and I thought I'd be the first. So similar to the market cap for stocks, Top Shot has a market cap for each set. Here's an example of that. Like Apple, I don't know the exact market cap, but it's over $1 trillion for sure, right? Same with Tesla. So with Top Shot, Evaluate Market does have a so if you go to the homepage here, I'll show you where you guys can find it. So currently right now, there's not a total market cap data available. There's just only total sales and volume. I did reach out to the owner of Evaluate Market to discuss about implementing total market cap of the entire NBA Top Shot. That usually helps give you an idea of how fast the overall space is growing. But what I'm going to talk about are sets. So if you're on the homepage, there's the top menu here. You just click on sets. So you can see 2 tabs for series 1 and 2. And you can see how the total market cap for each of these specialty sets here. And if we just browse around, we can look at the prices. So right now the base set is like the highest total market cap right now. This is 625 million. And yeah, if you go back in time, obviously the market cap is much lower, depending on how many moments were produced. Obviously, the more moments you produce for a set, the more money you can make from it. All right, so this is 625 for base commons for Series 1, and we are in Series 2 at the moment. So right now we're looking at 333 million, and this is going to increase over time when we get more moments, because we're still early in the year with possibly like 2 or 3 moments for each player. I think actually there's only two moments for each player at the moment. So we're gonna see a lot new ones added throughout the year until the season is over. So yeah, definitely the market cap will start increasing. So there's a lot of potential of money to be made in Series 2. Let's go back to my slide here. So yeah, base set commons have the largest market caps with more volume of trading. So obviously the higher the market cap, there's more people involved in that space of moments that are trading. Each player moments have their own market cap. So if you guys don't know this, Evaluate Market does include the market cap for each player moments. So I already went ahead and used LaMelo Ball as an example. And right now we're seeing close to 24 million in market cap. So obviously the higher the number for the market cap, the more in demand it is. And you can see, so here's an example. If you go to the marketplace here, if you go to the lowest ask first, and then we'll just pick out a player, and I'll just show you guys on Evaluate Market. So here's an example. These are the lowest price on the market right now for Series 2 commons. So let's use Ish Smith as an example here. So Ish Smith, and then we're gonna pick out his Series 2. So as you can see, there's only 360,000 $360,000 in market cap. Obviously because he's a less in demand player that people want to collect compared to LaMelo. And there's also more circling count. I think it's 15,000 LE. So obviously the market cap is going to be much lower. So that's an example there. The higher market cap, the more desirable ones. Yeah, so I just explained that. All right, next slide. Prices will start to shine based on specific moments. So specific moments will be priced higher than others due to the type or unique play. So I'm going to show you guys an example of that. So I'm going to go ahead and search up LeBron James. And we're currently in Series 2 right now. So between these two moments, you can see that there's a price difference of roughly $900. Obviously, the lower the mint, the more scarce it is. But at the same time, these two have different moments. And between the two, I personally think that the three-pointer no-look has a much more interesting moment than the dunk, just because you don't see this too often in NBA. So I would consider this a unique moment. So right now, the reason why the prices are lower is obviously because it's a higher circling count, right? So there's 15,000 limited edition versus 7,500. But I feel like in the long run, when prices are too high for to LeBron, like when they both peak to the maximum amount that the community decides, we can start seeing people pick something over the other. Like, so there'll be more popularity with the no look than the dunk, and I can see that happening. So here's another good example why certain moments are valued higher than others, regardless of the limited edition amount. So I'm still using LeBron as an example. We're gonna switch to Series 1. All right, so Series 1, here we go. So now you're wondering, let's take a look. So let's take a look at this one here. Actually, you know what? I take that back, because this is the one I thought that had a lower, a higher mint number, but I was wrong. There's only 1,000 of it. So this is like a special moment for LeBron James. This is a Kobe Bryant tribute dunk that he did. Just to so if you click on this one here. So this is a really unique moment. I like to show you as an example, and you can see how much is valued at, like 35,000, and then it's obviously priced a lot higher than these other two moments here, where there's a block and dunk. So obviously the price difference is there based on that unique moment, right? So that's a good example of comparing these three. Like, it doesn't matter if they're all the same LE. Obviously, that unique moment will be priced a lot more higher than their typical dunk or block. Okay. Price will reflect the demand on challenge rewards. Okay, so here's an example. You guys probably already know this. If we search up, let's clear this and go back to Series 2. So we're gonna go back to the highest price first. So as you can see, Luka right now, for his comment, is going for 9,249. So let's take a look at Series 1. I'm gonna add this to the filter here. And then I'm going to add Luka here, just narrow it down the search. So let's compare his Series 2 to Series 1. As you can see, obviously the Cool Cast is priced higher than the Series 1. And now you guys are wondering, why is it priced higher? So for those who don't know, there is a current Cool Cat Master Challenge going on right now. And Luka is the choke point of completing that master challenge to get that LaMelo reward. So that's why we can see some price discrepancies between Series 2 and Series 1. And a lot of people who are new to the space would question why a Series 2 would be worth more than a Series 1, especially how there's more circulating amount than the Series 1, right? And here's another example. It's 4,650. So obviously this price will correct after the challenge is over. I don't see the prices staying that high, just because there are other moments before that in Series 1 that are much lower. So I think at the end of the challenge, I'm going to try to sell it as fast as I can, so I can buy back some of these Series 1 stuff that are listed lower. So that's another example where price reflects the demand on challenge rewards. Superstar players and rookies will see a higher price increase. So that's just a generic, it's a given, right? That superstars are usually moving higher than others, or rookies that are have the potential to become Rookie of the Year. What else is there? People will start to be creative to look for moments with superstar players like LeBron. So here's an example where I show you guys of this exact scenario. So I went ahead and created a showcase here. This is all preloaded. So my showcase is called LeBron is Not Perfect. So this is an example where I collect specific moments where players basically outperform LeBron at that very moment. So I'm gonna show you guys each video. I don't mind watching this. It's actually pretty entertaining for me. So this is where LeBron gets blocked. Okay, let me see if I can play it again from the beginning. So Mitchell blocked him when he was trying to do a layup. And here's another video of Jamal Murray doing a layup against LeBron during the playoffs here. That was a pretty sick moment for Jamal Murray. Okay, yeah, so that was the Western Finals. And then you got Bullock. He does a steal against LeBron, so that's pretty cool. You don't see this too often, and I thought I'd collect anything that involves LeBron, just because LeBron is always priced high for his moments. So why not have a moment where he's involved in the play, right? So that was a crazy steal by Bullock. And then my favorite, Siakam, that was a dirty block against LeBron. Like, you're not going to see this too many times in LeBron's career where he gets blocked like that. So I, like, as a huge Raptors fan, like, this was a moment I'll never forget. And that was one of the first few moments I bought when I joined Top Shot from Series 1. So yeah, so this is an example of like my collection. Going forward, I'm going to try to find any play against LeBron. And if you guys see that there's anything missing in my collection, please feel free to leave a comment in the section below of the video. I would love to like just have every single moment where, you know, LeBron gets blocks, dunked on, or have someone do a 3-pointer against him. So I think there is one out there with a 3-pointer shot against him. I just need to remember which player that was. So if you guys remember what it is, just let me know. And I think that basically brings the end to my video. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I thought I'd, you know, bring more unique approaches to videos that people are not covering on YouTube. And we're definitely going to see a lot more YouTube videos out there because there's more people to the space. So I always try to make my videos more relevant and more unique in the sense of like, you know, all these new users joining the space. I have nothing against them. I just think that there's a lot of videos out there that just, you know, explain the same thing over again, where people explain what Top Shot is and like what to do as a beginner. But like our channel, we're just talking about you know, deep analysis, trends, insights. So definitely try to make my channel stand out a little bit more. And yeah, if you guys like this, like, please share it with your friends. Like, I really appreciate the amount of support from the community so far. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers in such a short period of time. It also helps my channel if you guys hit the notification bell and hit the like for the algorithm. Like, I'm trying to like try to make videos daily if I can. There are times where I'll be too busy with work and a lot of other things going on in my life. So yeah, I really appreciate like just the thumbs up. That really helps with the video, and it goes a long way to helping my channel as well. And yeah, if you guys like this, just remember to hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.